today on Rappler. A coalition of reform advocates and public servants launches a new network pushing for an anti-dynasty law. Janet Lim Napoles is found guilty in another pork barrel case and sentenced to 2 more terms of reclusion perpetua. A Filipino who reported medical neglect while under ICE detention will soon be deported to the Philippines. Thailand launches airstrikes along its disputed border with Cambodia as tensions reignite amid an ongoing peace deal. And Lando Norris wins the 2025 F1 World Championship. Reform-minded members of dynasties, academics, public servants, including Pasig City Mayor Vico Sotto and other citizens, have launched a network pushing for the passage of an anti-dynasty law. The Anti-Dynasty Network says the recent flood control scandal showed how deeply rooted and normalized corruption remains in the country, enabled by inequality and brought about by powerful political families. In its draft proposal, the coalition calls for the following key provisions in the anti-dynasty bill. No family member may immediately succeed an incumbent in any elective post. The restriction must apply to the 4th degree of consanguinity or affinity. The ban must cover overlapping constituencies. No 2 relatives within the 4th degree may simultaneously run for or hold the positions of president, vice president, or senator. No 2 relatives within the 4th degree may simultaneously run for or hold office within the same province, city, or municipality. No local official may be related to the district representative of the same area. And no relative of an incumbent official should be fielded as a party list nominee. The Sandigan Bayan has found Janet Lim Napoles guilty in another pork barrel case and sentenced her to 2 more terms of reclusion perpetua. Napoles is convicted of 6 counts of malversation of public funds and 6 counts of violating the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Napoles was given reclusion perpetua for 2 counts of malversation involving 10 million pesos and 9 million pesos, amounts that exceed the 8.8 million peso threshold for the maximum penalty. The Anti-Graft Court also convicted 5 others involved in the scheme. The Anti-Graft Court's 3rd Division ruled that the group worked with a congressman to funnel over 40 million pesos in Priority Development Assistance Fund allocations to fake projects operated by foundations tied to Napoles. She also received 10 to 17 years in prison for 4 other malversation cases. For 6 counts of graft, she was sentenced to 6 to 10 years for each charge. A Filipino who reported months of medical neglect while under detention in an ICE facility will soon be deported back to the Philippines. Greggy Valerio Sorio has been a rallying point for progressive migrant rights groups in the US. This over the severe medical neglect he experienced while detained at a US Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in Washington. Sorio recently had to have a toe amputated following an ulcerative colitis diagnosis after months in ICE detention. The Consulate General in San Francisco has repeatedly requested humanitarian consideration for Sorio to allow him to recover from his condition before he is deported. But US authorities assessed his condition and cleared him for deportation. ICE arrested Sorio, a US resident of over 20 years, in March 2025. He had been convicted for assault, theft, and burglary, among other crimes. Thailand launches airstrikes along its disputed border with Cambodia on Monday, December 8. This after both countries accused the other of breaching a ceasefire agreement brokered by US President Donald Trump. According to the Thai military, at least 1 Thai soldier was killed and 4 others were wounded as tensions escalated in the disputed regions. Cambodia's defense ministry says Thailand launched dawn attacks on its forces at 2 locations following days of provocative actions. Thailand meantime accuses Cambodia of firing rockets towards Thai civilian areas, adding there were no reports of casualties. Back in July, the border dispute erupted into a 5-day conflict that killed dozens and displaced an estimated 300,000 people. McLaren's Lando Norris cries tears of joy and relief as he wins the Formula 1 championship for the very first time. Norris ends Max Verstappen's 4-year reign with a nervy 3rd place at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on Sunday, December 7. Red Bull's Verstappen finished first in the season's final race, with McLaren's Oscar Piastri with a close second only 12.5 seconds behind at the checkered flag. Despite Verstappen's victory, it was not enough to secure him the World Championship as Norris clinched the title by finishing on the podium. Norris ends the season with a total of 423 points, with Verstappen only 2 points behind in second and Piastri finishing with 410 for third. Norris's victory denies Verstappen 5 titles in a row, a feat only Ferrari great Michael Schumacher has managed to achieve in F1's long history. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. For more updates, download the wRap.